Well, President Bush came to Indianapolis yesterday to send the message that his tax cut plan will help everyone and not just the wealthy.
And that's why all those people sitting behind him were instructed on what to wear. News 8's Jim Shella is here with that story. Jim, is there nothing left to chance?
Very little, Mike. The president has been criticized for the effort and expense that it took to create photo opportunities when he flew onto the USS Abraham Lincoln earlier this month. Now, some of the same sort of image making was a part of his Indianapolis speech. This is what George W. Bush came to Indianapolis for, the picture. And in the picture, the White House wanted ordinary people.
These are VIPs, right? Ordinary people aren't up on stage behind the President of the United States when he's speaking. But the trick is to make VIPs look like they're ordinary people.
And that's why everyone sitting behind the president wearing a necktie was instructed to take it off. Exhibit A is Brian Bosma. He appeared on stage in a necktie prior to the president's arrival. When the president got there, the Indiana House Minority Leader had an open collar. In a News 8 interview immediately following the speech, the tie was back on. Former state Republican Chairman Mike McDaniel helped organize the event.
They wanted them to be themselves, and that's what we were trying to get out of those shots, and it worked for the most part.
They are the White House staff, and they had other instructions too.
Do not go like this, and do not flash a camera behind,
take pictures at all.
you know, like behind.
I told her, I said,
Do we look like we just crawled out from under a rock someplace?
But of course, when you see somebody who is, in coat and tie, then not in coat and tie, then in coat and tie, and so forth, it sort of reveals that this is really about stagecraft rather than statecraft.
Yet Peyton Manning was apparently allowed to keep his tie on. But then everybody knows he's not ordinary. There were some other neckties in the crowd behind the president, but most of them belonged to Secret Service agents. Representative Bosma told News 8 today, quote, "When the guy from the White House tells you to take your tie off, you don't ask why." But he also removed his pocket square.
No, you're not saying, though. I mean, other White Houses and other presidents have done this in the past. So is you saying something's wrong with this process of image making?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it necessarily, but viewers should be aware of what they're seeing. They should know that some of this is taking place behind the scenes. By the way, a White House spokesman this afternoon told News 8 that he doesn't know who gave those instructions.
Okay. Jim, thanks. Jim Shella.
Well, new and next at 5 o'clock, the moon will darken dramatically tomorrow night, but will the weather cooperate for this cosmic event?
Plus.